Hi, hi, how lovely to be. It looks a bit dark today. I should have worn something a bit brighter. Hi, lovely to connect with you all. I'm just coming on today to do, I think this is my third week on, so I'm sure you know what I'm coming on to do. I'm going to do a general reading for you all. If you would like, you can actually put a few comments up. I'm going to do a general reading. Would you like me to use tarot? And normally I've been sort of doing the choice of 8 cards, but maybe this time I could do some romance angel cards as well. Let me know if you'd like to do that. Hi, the people that are coming on. Lovely to connect with you. I can see Catherine and, oh, I can't see your name, Ankansha. I hope I've pronounced that okay. Right, I'm just going to quickly share this to another group. So please, as you're coming on, let me know whether you would like me to do a short general tarot and a little romance angels as well. Okay, so let me just I'm just going to quickly share this, if I can, to another group while we're online. I pronounced it correctly, that's good, because usually I'm terrible with pronouncing names. So it's lovely to connect with you all. Where are you all from? Where are you all from? Is everybody Australian that comes onto this this line? Let me just see. I wonder if I can share this. I can't share. Oh, I can send myself a message, but I can't see how I can share. It's weird to watch myself, watching myself live. Oh, that's a shame. I can't share. Melbourne, Adelaide, Brian, was that's not a place, that's someone's name. Hi, Belinda, Melbourne. Oh, they all sound, I've never been to Australia and I so want to come. I would love to come. I'm from the UK. So hi everybody, lovely to meet you all. A general tarot, let me just see, what's the general vote? A general tarot and romance would be amazing. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all is do just a general spread. I'm going to pick just 5 cards. Okay, hi everybody else that's coming on. I'm just going to leave a few minutes so people actually come on and start, because I know last week I think most people missed the beginning of, so I'm just seeing if I can share. I can't share myself, that's strange. Okay. So I'm just going to have a few people, give a few moments to let everyone come on. Hi Jasmine, hi Melissa, Dawn, Destiny. Oh, such lovely names. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do is just take a breath and think of a question that's on your mind, or of a situation that's in your life, and I'm just going to draw some tarot cards, and I'm just going to do 5 this week, because then I'm going to draw some general romance cards as well, and then I will come to you and pick some people to do a mini reading with as well. If you would like to book an in-depth reading, because obviously we're on a public forum here, so you have to be careful what you ask and how deep we can go. But if you would like a more in-depth reading, please just get in touch with me. The link is above. If not, it's Selena Joy Psychic Medium. So if you want a private, more in-depth reading, please come and get in touch with me. And it'd be lovely to connect with you. Okay, so pick a number. Take a deep breath and ask your spirit guides what you need to hear right now, what message, just for a little bit of insight for whenever you see this. So if you're seeing it on the replay, the message will still be relevant to you or for you. Okay, so if you pick a number between 1 and 5, let's see who's picking what. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, have you all picked a number? Let me just see if there's anyone coming up. What have you got? Yes, number 7. I hadn't got a number 7. I only went up to number 5 this week. But just for you, Johnny, I should do a number 7. Okay, that will be card number 7. Okay, you can't really hear me. Okay, I'll slow down and speak. Okay. and speak more. Okay, so if you've chosen card number 1, card number 1 is the 5 of Swords. Now this card feels like you've just been allowing too much to be going on in your mind. And you may be being influenced by other people, the opinion of other people, or just the energies of other people that are going around. So this, I feel, brings in, it almost feels like people have been pecking at your head, nagging at your ear, if that makes sense. So pecking at you. So I do feel with this, it's a little bit of advice that comes through with this card, is just to have some time on your own to make sure you can, cut people down. So I do feel you need to have a little bit of time on your own, and then you also just need some time to protect your energy. So that means you just need to sit in your space for a little bit and just perhaps brush off other people's energies that are no longer relevant for you, you don't need in your life, or your old energies, and just sort of to put an energy bubble around you to give you a little bit of clarity, a little bit of space in your mind. And then I do feel this is stop listening to others. Have some time to take your own opinion, make your own opinion. And stop listening to others. And especially if you've been feeling something, because you can see there's a lot of light in this card. So you may have had some new ideas or some new things that you fancied doing, and it feels like other people are talking you out of it. So this is sort of saying to you, please just don't listen to others. Detach yourself a little bit, have some time out, and then make your own plans, and make sure that you're making your decisions on what you feel and not what everybody else is saying. So it is getting to know yourself, pulling yourself into your energy and putting your mindset to what makes you happy. And if there are negative people around you, maybe distance yourself a little bit from them. There's enough going on right now in the world without having somebody negative, what with the news and everything else, if they're sort of sitting in your ear hole, sort of saying negative things or repeating negative stories, because it is just bringing your energy down. So it's important right now to just maybe put some boundaries up and take, not listen or give so much of yourself to other people. Okay, so I hope that resonated with anyone. Can you, okay, can you all hear me okay? Because I see a few people have said I've frozen. Let's hope that's... Can you send me a few likes and okays if you can hear me okay? I've been having terrible trouble with my internet. Okay, yes, you can still hear me. Okay, so that was card number 1. Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Right, card number 2. Card number 2 is saying that you're on the right track. All you have to keep doing is more of the same, if that makes sense. It's a really good time to learn some new tasks that may help you get your message out there. They may help you learn something new within your work, within your... Okay, so I'm just getting not very loud. I think I'm going to have to... I wonder if working with headphones would be better. Give me a moment. Sorry, I've had so many terrible issues. Let me just see. Excuse me. Okay. That's better, so I don't strangle myself. Okay, I hope you can hear me all better now. And, right, sorry about the delays, everybody. Right, card number 2. Right, this card I feel is saying that it is a really good time to you know, you can see some books in the background, and I feel that this is sort of saying that it's now a really good time to study a little bit more, to, you know, especially if you're on lockdown and you're having a bit of a pause in life. It's sort of saying, you know, take some time within this pause to learn things. So it may mean that right now in your work, yeah, number one, sorry, you'll have to go back, Tracy. Sorry, if you go back and watch the replay, card number 1 has already been read. Yeah. So card number 2. It's a really good time to learn some new ways of doing your work. You may have to learn a little, because now we're all going online. Maybe it's something to do with that, but there is learning new ways to go through and improve what you're doing. So perhaps to go and learn some more courses, learn some more languages, learn how to do different things. So I do feel you're really on the right track, but it'd be a good time to learn some new things to enhance, especially your workplace. And I do feel that there's to be passion brought into this as well. So it feels like, you know, have a little look where you're going in life with your work, and if you're actually enjoying it, and then if there's something that you really feel attracted to doing, now is the time to sort of, if you've always thought, okay, I'm an accountant, I'm doing this work, but I've always fancied coaching people, now is a really good time to start online courses. You can study part-time, or you can bring new things into your life, but it's a really good time, I feel, to focus on what makes you passionate, because you will actually be able to make some money out of it. Okay, so if you're looking at making new businesses, it's a really good time for it. Okay, now let's go to the next card, card number 3. I feel that this is a really good time to reassess what you're doing right now. Actually, it falls quite into this section as well. So this is card number 3, the 7 of Wands. Now, it feels like what you're doing has been working very well and you have been growing things, but it may just feel like things are a little bit stagnant now. So you can see things have grown, you've got the right ideas, but it just feels like it's getting a little bit tangled before this growth comes up. So this is a really good time to sort of sit back and have a little think about what you're doing and where you want to go. And make sure that perhaps you, because it does feel like there's a little bit of a tangle. So I hope you, those that have picked number 3, I hope that resonates with you. It just feels like things aren't moving because things are getting a bit tied up in the very root of things. So I feel this may mean, if this is in the workplace or a new idea, that maybe you have to talk about a few things that are going on. Yeah, it is a very sexy, sexy 7 of Wands. So it may be that it needs a little bit more magic on the very roots of whatever you're growing. So it may mean more communication, some more boundaries, some more thought put into actually where you're going. Because as I said, it's a good idea. It feels, the energy around it feels good. It just feels it being a bit knotted. So maybe with clear communication, you can separate those knots and actually move forward to a better place where there's more growth. Okay. And I also feel there's a little bit of imbalance within perhaps the chakras within this situation. So it may be a really good time to do some chakra balancing and to actually feel where you're feeling a little bit unbalanced in life. You know, at the moment there's a lot of people perhaps feeling insecure because of the virus and how it's affecting the world. So it may mean that you just need a little bit of time to sit, be grounded, be within your roots, and improve your sense of security. Okay, because as I say, it just looks like there's a little bit of imbalance there around the root chakra area. Okay, yes, everyone keeps saying he is quite sexy, isn't he? These cards are great. These are the Light Seekers Tarot, and there are some pretty handsome men in here, and women, I must say. There's the artwork is fantastic. Okay, right, so card number 4. Card number 4 is the Justice card. Makes sense to me, says Tracy. Thank you. I'm glad you could take that. So the Justice card. So if you've chosen card number 4, I feel that this is sort of saying two things to me. I feel this is saying it's time to bring a little bit of balance into your life. Maybe you have, again, with this virus, it has affected so many people in so many adverse ways, because we do get quite excited or anxious or nervous about things. So it can accelerate our energy. So I feel that this is a time to just slow down a little bit. To slow things down a little bit so you can breathe. Give yourself a little bit of time to breathe, because I feel those who have chosen card number 4 have been accelerating a little bit. And then this is in that time that you've got to breathe, just look a little bit within to see the truth about the situation. I feel within this you'll have time to reflect, to see with which, you can see both sides of the situation. And then once you know both sides of the situation, or you can feel into both sides of the situation, you can judge the situation better. You can, definitely, Florin, reflect over the situation and then make the best decision. Instead of making a rash decision with anger or anxiety or nervousness around, or panic, I'm just going to do that. Don't. Take time to reflect, to bring in the balance, to look at the different points of view, and then you will be able to make the right decision to take you forward. Okay, right, so now we're just going to go for card number 5, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. This is all about really noticing what you're all about. So this time that you've had with all this reflection that's been going on, and the new changes that are coming into our world and the way we live, I feel this has sort of made you look at yourself a bit more and be much more accepting. It's almost like you've thought, yeah, my God, I've done really well lately. I've been able to overcome all these obstacles that have been in front of me. I've been able to tap into this energy, and really I've been challenged and overcome these challenges. So it's all about feeling really proud of yourself, but I also feel it's all celebration. It's like thinking, yeah, I aced it. I'm stronger than I ever thought possible. And I also feel that it's all about being really comfortable in your own skin, no matter what, because we've all gone through, being in lockdown, no haircuts. I've actually went to the hairdressers the other day, but till then I've been doing my own haircuts, and everything has gone up. So people have perhaps gone away from how they were looking and more into what's in your heart. So that really feels that you're more comfortable in your skin. There's a feeling of being more sensual, more happy with yourself, more powerful. So it's a fantastic card. And I do feel that this is also coming in to see with this self-recognition of, I've done it, I can do it, I've overcome this challenge, so I can overcome more challenges. I feel this is also saying, it's time for you to step into that power even more. And once you do, there's more opportunities coming in. And with these opportunities, it's almost like you can start spreading your wings and flying. Okay, let me just scroll back a little bit, because somebody chose number 7 and there wasn't another number 7. Let me go back to see whether they're still on. I've got to go scrolling through. Okay, I can't find their name. Let me know if you're still on, whoever chose number 7, because I've got a card for you. I think it was Johnny Retro who chose, calling you out. Yes, it was number 7. You also chose number 3. I've just seen further on, but this one's for you. I don't know whether you're still on. If you are, give us a few likes or some hearts there. But this is the Emperor. So this is sort of saying, it's actually quite a similar message to the 7 of Pentacles, but this is saying to really go forward now in life and to get the best out of your situation. It's time to put some boundaries in. It's time to get a little bit more organized in your life. It's time to, oh, I feel like I'm nagging you, sorry. It would be advisable to get a little bit more organized in your life. It also feels a time where you can really sit back and have a little look about what's going on and start thinking, okay, I don't like that, move it away, put the boundary up, and also with people say, okay, that's enough, and say, stop now, that's enough. Just do that, feel that coming through with you. And it's a really good time to assess what part in the game that you're in. You can see it's almost like a chessboard, so it's like you've got time to sit and see what's your next move, and sit in and take in this time a little bit like the Seven of Pentacles. You can see there's a lot of inspiration coming down, and so it's going to give you that time to get organized so you can take the next step forward. I also feel, I know this, we're in lockdown, but I also feel this has some travel coming in for you. So that may mean that it just may be internet, whether your business or your connections are going to be more worldwide, but there does feel that movement forward. I also feel it's a really great time to clean things up, okay? So that may mean that you can have a good clear out of your wardrobe, a good clean out of your social media, things that no longer, you're no longer interested in. Have a good old clean out. It can also mean deeper than that, more, cleaning out some of the friends and people that are around you, so you have that space to get into what you really want, okay? So I hope that all resonated with you all. I've got a few people on now. Would you like me to do just a little general romance reading card? Let me just have a look at some of the comments as we're coming down. I like that, Florin. Untangle the Christmas light roots. That definitely looked the same. From Warwickshire. I'm actually from a place not far from London, in Camberley, Surrey was where I'm actually from. Hi, I've got some stars from Julie. Julie, did you, I'll come back to you if you have a question. Okay, brilliant. Let me just have a little look. Oh, they've got some stars coming. Okay, would you like to, should I do some readings for people, or would you like some general romance cards? What would people prefer? Because I see I've got some people still on. Okay, first of all, I'm going to I feel very drawn to Amanda, because I do see that she needs a reading. Okay, so are you still on, Amanda? If you could just send me a few hearts or likes, just so I know that you're still there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and do some mini readings for whoever is on. So if you would like a reading, if you have a question, please pop it in the comments, and I shall try to come to as many people as possible. If you haven't got a question and you would just like a card, I also have some oracle cards, so I can just pull a card for you just to see what spirit message comes through, okay? But if you do want a reading, just pop something in the comments. Okay, yeah, I've got some people coming in. First of all, I'm going to, I'm drawn to Amanda, because I can write, I can't stop around due to recent circumstances. Okay, right, so you're feeling very lost right now, Amanda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look to see what spirit advice comes in for you. Okay, Amanda? So I'm just going to ask what spirit advice comes in, and what can you do to help this situation? Okay, let me just see what comes in for you, Amanda Stevens. Okay, first of all, what I feel is this energy is going to move quite quickly. So I know you feel lost, and it feels like there's been either a betrayal or I just feel that, yes, you're at your worst you've been now, and I feel you feel perhaps let down and perhaps very disappointed with circumstances around you, and I do feel it's almost like you feel like your power has been taken away from you, Amanda. That's the feeling that's around you right now. But I do feel that this is going to change a little bit. And I feel it's going to change quite quickly. I feel that there's some things that you can do to take this power back. So it's right now, I feel it's okay to be crying. I know that sounds, because I do feel you have to purge yourself. You have to acknowledge these feelings. So it's okay that you're getting rid of these energy blocks, because the tears are coming out that are actually helping you. Okay, so I know sometimes we think, oh, we shouldn't cry, we should just all be happy and positive and get on with life. But this is actually saying that you do need to take some time out to sort of have this self-love, to comfort yourself, to make yourself feel better. And I also feel it means that you're going to have to look for other ways to help that. Right now, I'm sending also some healing with my words. So I'm really hoping that they'll make you feel better. But what I also have is to get on the road to taking your power back to make yourself feel better, is to also to listen to some positive meditation, to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Now that can be just that you're getting up, having a bit of routine, you're drinking water, you're eating, you're cleansing yourself, getting rid of the energy, and you're showing up. I feel that you know it's okay if you have a few days where you're not doing that, but what I'm getting is that yes, you will need to step into that energy of taking responsibility for yourself and starting to stand back in your power. Meditation, self-healings, and also because I feel that you may be suffering from anxiety, and this may be disturbing your sleep of a night. I feel it's time, so take a few days or the time that you need to cry, but also then step out of the fear vibe that's around by looking at everything else that is around you. So I feel that to do that, it is looking at changing the fear to gratitude for what you still have, and the fear to intrigue and finding a new road forward. Okay, because while you're feeling anxious and feeling this feeling of perhaps betrayal, it's stopping you looking up to see that there are things in the future if you let yourself be released from this emotional trap that although there's circumstances beyond your control, that's saying that how you look at things you can take control of. Okay, so I feel that with that, I do have try to get back in your center by doing these self-help treatments and healing and loving yourself, taking care of yourself. Then it's going back to trusting yourself. You know, this is all about your own intuition. So I feel it's sort of getting it back into your center. You will find that a lot of the answers to the way forward are within, but you need time. You don't need to rush anywhere right now. It's time to heal so you can let go of the energy of hurt and sort of suck up the new energy of healing energy, if that makes sense. This is also the wish card, which is a really important card that comes in for you, because it is saying when you let go of the old, the new will come in, and you can also start wishing upon a star, because that will help. Also, what I've got shown is that perhaps, I'm not sure where you are, whether you've been in lockdown, but this is about reaching out and speaking to your friends. You know, don't keep your problems within. Even if you're feeling that you can't stop crying, reach out to other people and talk about what's going on, because you will, once you speak about what's going on, you will release the energy and you will feel better, because you may find there's other people either going through circumstances that are very similar or can help you through your circumstances. Okay, so I feel like saying don't suffer this alone. You know, I've got loads of good cards coming in for you. Some of them, it's sort of like I feel like saying they may not feel a lot to you right now when I say, you know, start thinking of the positive things and the things of gratitude that are still coming into your life. Don't give up, because they're not all's lost. I feel like now I'm getting like the King of Swords energy and the Emperor energy. So it's saying no, it's not right now, because you still have this sort of grieving to
come out, but then you will be able to sit back from the situation and take a more analytical look at this male energy that's around. And I feel it's sort of saying step back from the emotions, and then you will be able to see where you're going. Make sure you've got the boundaries and make sure you stand in your energy. The lesson that you've learned, although it has been I can feel the emptiness that it's caused, is also putting you onto it almost feels putting you into a different space in your life where you connect within yourself. So you will be coming out a much stronger person and not relying on other people for your feelings. So there's a real self-love that steps in. So I hope that helps you, Amanda. I don't know where you are right now. Can I just see if Amanda... Okay, Amanda, I hope that all resonates for you. I do have so many positive cards coming in, so I do feel it is really time just to, step into that energy and allow the self-healing. Okay, lovely. Okay, let me just see who... Yeah, definitely. Find a tribe, talk to other people. The red tent, get with other people that are going through. You're not suffering on your own. You're not the only one. Okay, Melissa Leclerc. I hope that resonates with you, and I'm sending lots of love and feelings your way. Okay. Okay, Melissa, I've got I'm just going to pick an oracle card for you right now. And if people are still on, just keep sending your messages through so I can see them coming up in the comments. Because if they're too far back, sometimes I miss them. So Melissa Leclerc, lovely name. Let me just pull an oracle card for you today. I'm using Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland's view on life. So this one is for you. Okay, I've got... You are changing. You're changing, Melissa. You're going through some really good changes, because actually I've got two that have fallen out for you. So the first one is that you are changed in the night. You're changing quickly. So I do feel the circumstances that are around you at the moment, again, even if they felt unsettling, they're actually bringing in really good transformation. And I feel within this transformation, there's a real sense of starting to believe in impossible things. So it's working through disbelief, imagining leaps, and fresh perspective. So I believe these two cards are saying you are changing, and this is giving you a fresh perspective on life, or a fresh ways of looking at things. Now, this is really good energy to harness, because this is sort of saying you can now look at things from a different perspective. So this will make you able to start materializing things, the new things that match your new vibration. So go with the flow, go with this transformation, keep your energies flying high. You can see the butterflies around, so it feels like you're coming out the cocoon, getting rid of the past and rising up to a new vibration. And with that new vibration, it is really time to believe in the impossible and start creating the life that you really want to live. And if you've ever thought, oh God, I'm never going to achieve that, don't think like that, thinking, yeah, I can do that. I want to be with that person. I want to do that thing. I want to achieve that. Have a vision board and focus on it, because this is sort of saying, yeah, it's now time to believe in possible things, because the impossible now is possible. Okay, Melissa, I hope you could take that. Let me just pull these around. I'm losing them a little bit. Okay, so I hope that was okay. Let me see who else is still on. Okay, Desiree Isaac, you want something about your love life. Melissa Leclerc, thank you. Okay, let me just see. Oh, I've lost who I was just going to come to. Desiree, Isaac, have you got a question about your love life, or I'm just going to pull a romance angel card for you? Okay, Desiree, I can see you've just said about an oracle card. So first of all, I'm going to pull a romance angel card for you. Oops, in fact, that one flew out. Okay, and then I'm going to do an oracle card for you, Desiree. It's a beautiful name. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope you're still on. Just send me a few likes if you're still on. And people, please keep commenting, because what happens is I'm working on quite a strong screen, a small screen, so I can sometimes lose your comments. So if you want a card, just keep asking me, because if not, I've got to scroll all the way back and I lose people, and then I go back to someone who's not on. So here's for Desiree Isaac. Okay. Okay, right. What I feel is there's a couple of things that come on. Firstly, the romance angel card that comes in about your love life is, and I just wanted to check something that comes in. You've already met them. You know, this card is all coming in. This you've already met the romantic person that you seek. Okay, Desiree. So I do feel that this is coming in for you to be able to step a little bit further within trust. I feel there's almost a lot of uncertainty about you at the moment, and I feel that that's not just within your love life, that's with you in general, with a lot of things in life. So I do feel that what comes in is it's time to really start feeling more certain about yourself, more secure within yourself and the choices that you're making, and trusting. So I do believe that goes to also trust in the universe. Now, if we trust the universe, if we get to a place of being more at one with ourselves, or more in balance, and not allowing anybody else's opinions to sort of really matter or change us, and we just step into our energy, when things come along for us and somebody's put in our way, or opportunities are put in our way, then they're for us to go forward with. Okay, so once you're being true to yourself, the true circumstances come up. You know, you get into that synchronicity, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, things are really going my way. And I feel that with you. So I almost feel like saying, you know, do some grounding exercises, start believing more in yourself, start believing more in what the universe is offering. And this card's saying that this could be one, you've already met the romantic person that you seek. So I feel that they're around you, and it's now time for you to sort of take their hand and trust more, so you go more forward within the situation, Desiree. So I hope that makes sense to you. But I also, this is the card that comes in from the oracle card. It's time to talk sense. So what I feel that this is with you now, it's almost like you've been a bit changing your personality with perhaps the people that you mix with, or perhaps you're one way, which we all do in a certain way. You know, when I'm at my work and my thing, I can't be going, people think I'm mad enough as it is, so I have to tone it down when I'm with certain people and be a bit different. So we all do it to a certain extent, but I feel with this is for you is like standing within your personality and set to focus on what you really want. So this is saying nonsense, it's time to talk sense, but I feel it's with you sort of saying, okay, this is how I am, this is what I want. And so you're not so uncertain of yourself and others, because when we don't trust ourselves, when we're not certain of ourselves, it's very difficult to trust and be certain of others. Okay, so I hope that helps, Desiree. I hope you could take all of that. Let me just see if there's any comments from Des. Okay, I'm just checking my time. Okay, could you please, because I'm losing a lot of comments, can you just let me know? Okay, Desiree, I hope you've heard all of that. I'm going to Lorraine Enright. Are you still on, please? Lorraine Enright. I feel okay. I feel I've just got a sign that I've been disconnected. I hope you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I keep getting shown that I'm being disconnected. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and pray that everybody can still hear me. This is for Lorraine Enright. There's a card about business, please. So I'm just going to look into your business. What advice is coming up? Lorraine Enright, Lorraine Enright. Let's see what business advice is coming in for you. There's a card that flew out there. So please give me a few likes if you're still on, Lorraine, so I know I'm still speaking to you. Are you still there, Lorraine? Hello, Lorraine, are you still there? Lorraine. Hi, I've lost the connection. I know, I froze. I was just coming to you, Lorraine. So I hope you're still on. So the connection here is really awful. I'm so sorry. So I hope that this is a little bit better. For next week, I will have it sorted out, but we have had some terrible winds and it's really knocked all the internet. So I'll come to the rain. Okay, Lorraine, what I have for you is I do feel your business is going places. So don't ever doubt it, because what I do have, Lorraine, is that you are heading into a place of success. Again, I feel that there's a few things that you may need to do, and that can be a little bit more of stepping up into your power. So it's definitely saying what you mean. I think you're a very good negotiator, and I think you've got a lot of really good nurturing energy, but sometimes it does mean that you have to step into your power a little bit more and say exactly what you mean. So when you're dealing with people, so I do feel you need to sort of turn up your powerfulness at the moment. You know, I have, especially when you're going to organize things, you know, be very precise about what you want to organize and how you want it to be. So there's no, people don't misinterpret your words, so you're getting it across, okay? What I do feel is I've got really strong cards coming in for more business opportunities, or more opportunities within the business. That's going to bring in new challenges for you, but challenges that you are well prepared for. These are I actually feel, Lorraine, with you is there's almost these challenges that you've been holding back on yourself for a long time, but now you're in the right place in your life to actually do this. So it's like you've had the skills for a long time, but you've just not been able to either dedicate the time to the business, but now you can. So don't feel insecure within yourself. I do feel like, you know, the leap of faith again. Have faith in yourself, because you are a very powerful woman and you know what you're doing. So you will have this. I do feel that you will have a lot of success and completion. I also feel, as I say, this is something that's been sort of hanging around in your fate for a long time, if that would make sense to you. You know, it feels like it's something that you've been meaning to do for a long time, or there's just been a lot of this energy that's not gone, and now it's going places. So I do feel that you will get what you wish for. Keep focused, keep yourself organized. Remember you do sometimes have to be a bit harsh and cut things away that you no longer need in. It does feel very fated. I do have, you know, there's it's a really good time to be networking as well. So use the contacts you've got, talk to your friends. You know, it just feels like you've got a good network. Use it to your benefit. I feel your work, although is it online, but I also feel it's like word of mouth, and you will be recommended, and this will go very much in your favor. So I do have that, you know, this card's beautiful because it's all about success. You've come to all that you've been learning, because as I say, I do get this feeling like this has been going on for a long time, and it just feels like all you have been learning is coming to this moment of success, completion, getting your message out, networking and getting the message out to others. But it's also going around the world, or it's going around, and it's definitely up in it's definitely going where it's supposed to go, because it's been, as I say, I keep getting that feeling, it's been there for a long time. It's definitely getting out there. So it's all really good business business movement. So even though with what's going on right now, and a lot of people have been saying, you know, their business is sort of stuck in limbo, or it's not moving, or it's I feel yours, it's somehow a really good time for you. Now that's maybe because you felt more urged or more powerful to take the responsibility and push it, or the determination, that may be the word. So this determination you've got is really helping your business to be taken places. So I hope that makes sense for you, Lorraine. Let me see where you are. Yes, it does make sense. That's brilliant. Okay. I hope a few of you are still on. I know I've been kicked off a few times with my internet this week. Florin Hart, I'm drawn to you. I've only got a few minutes left, so if anybody else is left on, please just comment, because of me being locked off, I've lost all my comments as well. Florin Hart, are you still on? Can you just send a few likes or hearts if you still want me to address your question? Florin Hart. Florin Hart. Yes, you're still on. Okay, Florin Hart, where was your question? What do I have to offer the world? Do you know, Florin, immediately when I'm drawn to you, I have a big heart. So you've just got a lot of love, maybe too much love to offer the world is what first of all comes up. I feel you're quite a magical being, quite an empathic being. So let me just see. Oh, Florin Hart. What do you have to offer the world? Okay. I feel you have a lot of love to offer the world. I feel you're quite a magical person. I feel you're very empathic, compassionate, and I feel that this has probably been also your downfall, if that would make sense to you, Florin, because I do feel you have so much to give that perhaps in the past people have taken advantage of that, Florin, if that makes sense to you, because I do feel that there's so much love around you, and I do feel that but with that love and perhaps wearing your heart on your sleeve, you've offered yourself to the world, and then the world's come in and either not treated you well enough, or it's actually, you know, and these past things have now made you perhaps doubt yourself and also bring in fears and insecurities. And perhaps you've been making the same mistakes repetitively because you've been given too much. Would that make sense to you? So what I do have is that there is a lot, you have a hell of a lot to offer to the world. But I feel, first of all, before you get out and offer that love and experience, and I feel that you're a healer on some form, and that may be through your experiences, but it's almost like you've got to untangle those experiences before you can step out and offer it to the world. So I feel you need a little bit of time to go within, heal yourself, become to understand yourself, accept yourself for your sensitivity and for how you are, and begin to understand your energies, because you are empathic, perhaps psychic, I do feel, but you are very empathic. So the thing is that then when people are around you and don't treat you properly, you have taken on those feelings as well. So I do feel it's time for you to heal yourself, and then that will release yourself from these traps, because this is almost like you've got so much love and just beautiful energy, but then you're your own worst enemy, because you self-doubt yourself, you distract yourself, you perhaps repeat negative patterns, even though you know they're wrong for you, because you've got to really step into that power and move away from these negative thoughts, the fears that keep you back, and moving on and cutting the ties from the past. So I feel you have a lot of love and insight to offer the world and help. But I do feel there's this time of a little bit of self-healing, first of all, if that makes sense to you, Florin. I hope that. Where's Florin? I hope that makes sense. Okay. And I'm just going to do the last card here now. I'm just going to throw my cards everywhere. I'm coming to Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne. Yvonne Hansen. Hello, darling. I am just going to, I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm going to pull an oracle card, and I'm just going to pull some cards on. I would love a card on progress. Is that? Progress. Okay, so I'm just going to draw 3 cards for a message for spirit. For Yvonne Hansen. First of all, what I get for you, Yvonne, is move into a place of trust. Okay, I do have moving into a place of trust because I do feel that it's almost like it's perhaps your own insecurities that's pulling you back. Okay, so for a couple of things that I have coming in it feels like you have been arguing in your own mind about several things. It's almost like you're saying, oh, I need to go forward, I need to do this, and then you're talking yourself out of it. What I do have is it is really time to let go of those feelings, let go of that argument. And 5 of Cups is all about letting go of the past. Letting go of the past. You can still have the past, the good memories, the lessons that you've learnt, and the love that's been there, but let go of the feeling of losses and disappointments. And I even feel there's, even as I'm connecting with, even that there's a few tears left to cry. I feel that you've got a sort of also an ongoing situation that's a bit disappointing, but it's like, it's time to also just look at what you can do with what you've got, because I do know you are a very magical person. So I've also got this card coming for the oracle card before I continue down the line with the tarots. But this is the messages from Alice. This is forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So I feel that's very poignant for right now. It's sort of saying you are the creator of your future. Now you have learned so many lessons and you have these amazing gifts. So it's like saying perhaps what you've been brought up, these conditions that have been placed around you, or these limitations that you've put on yourself or other people have, it's really time to step into your power. The Queen of Wands is such a intuitive, magical, mysterious, knowledgeable person, and I feel this is saying, you know, get into that energy. You know you've got it. You've just got to turn it up and own it, because it's all about, once you've got this strength to go forward, to show the world who you really are. And I feel that you've been doing it and then pulling back, doing it and then pulling back. And this is saying just go for it. You have got the intuition that you can really connect in with, and there's a lot of knowledge and growth there. And I do feel that if you do it, I've got that it's a really good business step. So there is good business omen and financial omen, and the thought of building up something that's like a legacy to you. I do have that really strong grounding energy around you. That mixed with this, it's almost like if you step into this, all this knowledge that you've got will really build up a really good business omen where there's money to be made, which that's not the thing. It's more that it's like a building up of a really strong foundation. Okay, but also have, you know, the 9 of Cups is all about reaching out and obtaining your wishes. So this is the wish card. So I know you know all about how to manifest things. So this is saying, remember, forget rid of that naggy voice or the past or any conditions that have been placed around you. This is time for you to focus on what you really, really want to do, and allow, get out of the way so you can allow your wishes to come true. I feel quite over emotional connecting with you right now, because there's so much energy around you, but there's so much love around you now. And I also feel that you're sort of really on the cusp of these change. So I hope that makes sense to you, Yvonne. Let me see if I can see if Yvonne is there. Florin, oh, I'm glad you could take all that. Thank you so much. You get it. Oh, much respect to you, dear one. That's lovely, and it totally gels. Yvonne, yes. Okay, I hope you can take all of that. I have to leave to think. Okay, Florin, that's lovely. Oh my God, I do understand. I've started to feel my power again. That is amazing, Yvonne. So pleased. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to do the last person who I've got. Julia Christina Smith. Julia Christina Smith. Do you want an oracle card or a message from Spirit? Please just let me know, Julia, if you're still there. Yeah, I just saw your question and it just went again. Health and spirituality progress for me, please. Okay, I can't really do health on here, my lovely. I can't do health just because I'm not a doctor. A witch doctor, maybe. So I won't look at your health. I'm going to just look in general at your energy, okay? And then I'll have a look at your spiritual progress, okay? So if you're still there, just let me know and I shall... Okay, so I'm just going to ask health and spirituality progress for you, for Julia Christina Smith. That card flew out the pack. Okay. Oh, let me see. Right, I've got two cards saying exactly the same thing. It is a time for a lot of self-care. Okay, so I do feel it's a time to rest. I do feel you're in control of your health or your power and your the way your well-being, but I am shown that you really need to rest up a little bit, okay, and also to allow the progress because you are going through this transition. To also try and delegate a little bit so you're not taking too much on, so that doesn't hinder your I feel like it's a recovery, but I'm going to say because there's a weariness that's been around you, so it gets your energy back, okay? So I do feel it's time for you to have to, as I say, delegate. Stop taking everything, all the responsibilities of everyone on your back, and start to delegate a little bit if you can. If you can't delegate, then say no to some things or organize your day. Make sure you have time even for a little siesta, a little nap in the afternoon, whatever it is that you need to do to recuperate your energy. Make sure you're going along with your spiritual progress. You need to make sure that you are really taking care of your spirituality, which is detoxing timelines, detoxing perhaps your eating, detoxing who you're with, detoxing what you're watching and listening to. So the word detox comes in quite a lot there for me, and I feel that will really help. Because I feel it's almost like you have to clean some things out to get back to who you were, because I feel your spiritual journey started a long time ago. It's almost like getting back to how you were as a child or when you were born, the light you were born, and cleaning out some of the experiences that have happened along the journey. So then I feel if you have this rest and if you invest this time in yourself and do the detox, I do feel that with this self-care, drinking lots of water, protecting your energy, grounding, spiritual baths. In fact, I'm going to come on, I think, on the 24th and talk about spiritual self-care. So that will pertain to you as well. So just looking after your energy, you will then find that you are on a quick road to recovery, because right now you're moving from this energy of needing rest, being overwhelmed, and if you invest time, energy and effort into yourself, your spiritual growth will be growing and you will feel more grounded. And look at the clouds that are just clearing that are around you. So I feel you will get back to how you were, if that makes sense to you. And spirituality, look at the cards that come in. So this isn't just going to happen overnight. This means that you have to invest the time into these lessons for spirituality. But I do feel with And when I mean investing, I don't mean going off on courses that you're spending money for. I mean that investing time into sitting within perhaps meditation, with getting to know yourself, with self-care, self-love, then you do really step into the magician, which is all about, you know, you become sort of at one. So then you are the magician. You have the magic for leading the way forward and for manifesting the future that you want. And with that, you become a light that you can share. So your spirituality will lead you to a place where you share your experiences with others and become sort of the light to follow. Okay, Julie, sorry. Oh, I've said all that so fast. I hope that you are... Okay, I'm a nurse. All right, so what I'm saying, what I do feel is so much energy. Look at the card. So, Julie, I do feel that with all this self-care and helping, you will come out of crawling along where you feel like you've been really blocked. You will step away from this energy and come to the positive side of this transition that you're in. Because if you look at, even just looking at the difference in the color, Julie, you can see that these cards are all quite dark, but they're moving very slowly, the energy. And look where they step into. Okay, so I hope that gives you the insights that you need. And look at the positivity that comes along for this. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, Julie. I can see you. I can see your comments, and I'm sending lots of love and healing energy your way. But as I say, with these, I feel that this card that's sitting in the middle saying taking you back to your, I said taking back to your childhood, but I think that's taking you back to a fuller state of health. Okay, so I hope that. I also feel like saying, you know, that the energy's nearly there. It has been quite slow, but it feels like you're getting there. So I hope that all makes sense to you, Julie. Thank you. I'm getting ready for passing. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so pleased for you. Right, so yes, I've got goosebumps and I feel like sending a hug along there. I can't see more of the comments. Okay, love and light. I'm getting ready for passing from. I'm so happy for you. So yes, so you can see the difference in the cards going through the transition and the light that's coming in. And I also, because now what your comments say, that definitely makes sense. I'm covered in goosebumps. I hope, can you see them? I am just absolutely covered in goosebumps for you, Julie, because now I feel for this experience that you're going through. Oh my God, it's just all this energy is running through me. I really feel you're getting a real push from Spirit is definitely with you. Your spiritual family are all around you, pushing you forward. And once you, you know, you've had your rest, etc., this is where you're going to be, and this is stepping into your experience and using all this experience to help others come forward and follow the same light that you have done. I actually feel quite emotional now and like crying, so I really hope that that's giving you a push as well, and I hope you felt Spirit come through as strong. Don't be scared, because you know everybody's looking after you. Okay, Julie, I've got so much healing energy coming through from you, for you, and sending you so much love. Okay. Okay, let me just see if I've got to go because I've actually run over my time, but I just want to say something for Julie, for your son. Okay, don't let that overwhelm you, because Spirit will be around. You will be looking, and he will have from this experience will also learn a lot of power. And the Chariot comes through to say he's growing up very balanced and will be able to feel your presence, and he will be able to, you know, you've been the driving force in him. And I actually feel like saying you're the wind beneath his wings. Okay, there's so much love being sent to you, Julie, sorry. Lots of love. Many blessings. I must go now because I'm going to have over about 5 minutes and I don't know whether I'm going into somebody else's time. So many blessings, lots of love. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, and especially thanks to Julie. Lots of love and healing energy for you. Okay. Many blessings, everyone, and speak to you next week, same time next week. Bye-bye. Do you know, Julie, I felt like it and I had to stop myself because I thought it's not a good thing to start crying online. But yeah, I am absolutely covered in goosebumps with you. The energy is so strong around you, and I just feel all this such wonderful, magical, spiritual energy around, and I feel so emotional with you. So there's so much love being sent. Many blessings, my sweetheart. I must go. Love you.